German bases attacked! The governments of the world are seeking answers today after a series of coordinated attacks wreaked havoc on German military installations. That's what happened in the beginning. And what was the second intro cutscene? The German government announced that unknown assailants damaged 5 of its bases beyond repair. In an ongoing emergency meeting in Paris, Assembly members are attempting to organize a collaborative investigation of the attacks. However, due to recent uncooperative trends amongst EC leaders, progress is expected to be slow at best. Oh, bureaucracy. Ha! The media are the uncooperative ones, I tell you. I'm sorry. Did you say something, sir? No, nothing. And we have placed all our troops on the highest alert. I advise you to do the same with your forces. Have you begun an investigation into the identity of the assailants yet? Of course. Glazer, step forward. Who is this? This is Brigadier General Glazer of the German Army. He is also the head of our nation's Special Forces Squadron, the Blauer Nebel. I have appointed him as leader of the investigation. Gentlemen, we have already begun a sweep of the German Army and Blauer Nebel bases that were attacked. From the data we have gathered so far, we estimate there were at least 4 companies of enemy airborne units participating in the attack. 4 companies of Wanzers? How did they manage to sneak into the EC unnoticed? What were the German surveillance units doing? Who were these attackers? Why did they attack those German bases? The hard part is I'm not going to remember any of these voices when I come back to them later, so expect them all to be different. Gentlemen, please calm down. The investigation has just begun. We will find the answers to these questions in due time. I already forgot his voice. I would like to propose a restructuring of the EC Army's command echelons and a reevaluation of their personnel in order to prevent anything like this from happening again. I understand your concern, but we cannot shift the military balance within the EC so easily. Are you attempting to use this incident as an excuse to strengthen your country's military? Glazer, this incident and your suggestions must be considered separately. I would advise you to focus your efforts on the investigation. Yes, sir. Mr. Glazer, I would like you to add a few people to your investigation team. Sir, with all due respect, we do not need the help of the British Army. This is a domestic problem. No, this is an EC problem. Would it not be advisable for an EC institution to take part in the investigation? I agree with Mr. Nolan. He does have a point. It is reasonable. Fair enough. Do you have any objections, Glazer? Who is it you propose to send? The EC Armor Tactics Research Corps Durandal, based in the UK. It's a mouthful. They are specialists in Wanzer combat. I gotta get that pronounced right. They should be more than qualified for the job. I should have been doing terrible accents, but I don't know. I just couldn't feel it. So instead, I just did terrible voices. And here we come. I always find it interesting that, maybe. There we go.
This is Z. I am charged with leading our investigation. Are you a member of the Blauer Nebel? I am Wagner, the commander.
At your service, Commander.
We would like to start our investigation immediately. We'll be coming out in our Wanzers. Before you do so, let me make one thing clear. The Blauer Nebel will lead this investigation. You will be updated of our progress, but are advised to stay out of our way.
What? But we are here under the official sanction of the EC Central Assembly.
That is all. Now, if you will excuse
I feel like doing forensics in mechs is not the best. Elsa here. How are things on your side? I also find it interesting, I was going to say this before, that you have a giant, like, alliance of countries. And I'm sure this is how it is in real life. But they're all still operating with a, but it's a me problem sort of thing, where, like, you're in this big community, but are still just in it for yourself. Anyway. Zeed brought back some parts from the attackers' Vonzers and a few shell casings from their weapons. We're just about to start analyzing them with the transport's computer. Can you give us a report on your search area? It is bad. I cannot believe that one of the best armies in the EC would suffer such great losses. Yes, nor can I. I am done with my search, so I will be returning shortly. Please keep the cargo bay door open. Roger, we'll be waiting. I am back. How is the analysis going? Not good. There's nothing on the Vonzer parts, weapons, or casings that tell us where the attackers came from. Maybe if you weren't stomping around in Vonzers, like, you might have found some stuff. You cannot even determine the make of the Vonzers? Everything's burnt up pretty bad. It looks like these Vonzers had self-destruct charges in every joint. I can't believe anyone would ride these things. The parts I recovered are in the same state. I guess the chances of retrieving any information from them are slim. There's barely anything left of the pilots. This is definitely not the work of terrorists. I see. You seem troubled, Elsa. What is it? It does not make sense. Why would anyone go through all the trouble of performing synchronous attacks on 5 different bases so far from the border, then just disappear? Yes, it is puzzling. Germany's surveillance system is top class, too. They would never miss a large wing of transport planes crossing their border. What's your opinion, Elsa? I think they must have entered the EC by air, landed somewhere that would serve as a base camp, and traveled overland to their objectives. They must have taken the same route to escape. Isn't that a little risky, though? Someone would be bound to see you. No, Elsa's right. If you know a safe route and take your time, it is possible to avoid detection. If we only knew the make of the attackers' Vonzers, we could narrow down their probable escape routes based on the Vonzers' operational range. Wait, we could still do that. All we have to do is base our calculations on the longest operational range of all known Vonzers. But what if it has a longer operational range because it wasn't known before? Hermes? I'm on it. Elsa, give me a hand. Sure. I mean, it was a better way of looking at it than nothing. I'll give them that.
What are they doing? I can't tell, sir, but it seems like they're checking something inside their transport.
That is such a big plane.
Have them followed. I want to know where they're going. Yes, sir.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, this is the place. Even if a large transport plane landed here, the locals would just think they saw a UFO or something.
Good. Let's try to land.
Whoa! They're shooting at us!
We must land here, one way or another.
I know!
I am preparing for combat.
I'm going with you.
All right, now we have 2 mechs. 2 Wanzers. Hermes, lift off and stay out of range. You don't have to tell me twice. Let us go. Elsa, is this your first time in actual combat? Yes, but I'll be all right. All right, so Elsa is in the same Wanzer she was in before during training with the machine gun and shotgun, and Zeed is in a different Wanzer with missile launchers and a Bone Buster, which is like a giant knuckle for a mech. I think I can just do status and pull this up. Yeah, so he's in the Wild Goat, which is a missile launcher platform, basically. The funny thing about missiles is while they're at long range, they also have a minimum range. Like if we just go to attack, you can kind of see it's a ring. So we got to move a little bit closer to hit anyone. The missiles actually work differently too than the other weapons in that they don't have an accuracy rating, they have a homing rating, which really just tells how quickly it can turn around corners. So in a big open area like this, you're guaranteed to hit. And there's no counterattack because you're at such a long range. But in some environments, you can use the terrain to avoid missiles. Like if you're in an urban environment, you can hide between buildings and hug the building in a way that the missile just can't turn in to get you if it doesn't have a good enough homing rating. But it'll be a while before we deal with that, really. In the meantime, it's a great way to get an initial hit on guys. Also, because there's no counterattack, there's also no evasion with missile attacks. You can't sidestep them. So it's a nice way to guarantee damage on someone that might be a high evading target. And that was an evasion, which is wonderful. Wonderful when you do it, terrible when the other side does it. So we're going to keep doing the same thing. We need to move back a little bit. But we're going to keep missiling this guy. Rapid fire, yay! Ah, but he evaded. The jerk. So those battle skills that we equipped, well, the one battle skill we equipped, they are random occurring. Some of them you can manually say, I want to do it, for like missiles and rifles, but for the machine guns and shotguns and stuff like that, those are all random. This guy is pretty darn hurt, so I'm pretty sure if I use a shotgun I can take out his arm while doing damage to everything else, so we're going to switch to that. And for now, all intents and purposes, he's done. I'm gonna have to kill him in order to get the victory, but we can ignore him for now. Probably one of the things I like about Front Mission 3 is that he would have a chance to surrender if you blew off all of his weapons. I kind of wish that existed in this game. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do attacking on this guy. We're going to switch back to the grave. Yay, rapid fire. Rapid fire can trigger on the shotguns too, and you just get more buckshot flying out in the shot. We're doing great. We just have one more guy to deal with. And here he comes. Probably should have stayed further back since he had a shotgun, and then he wouldn't have been able to counter me, but I wanted to make sure I had like a good percentage of hits on him. Just keep peppering him with missiles. Whee! Now that his arms are low, switch back to that Cat's Ray shotgun. Oh, so close. But we'll counter. And probably finish off his arms there. Yes. Since he's only got the one part now, all of the shotgun pellets are going to hit the body. Alright, let's go finish off this last guy. Oh, so close. He will do nothing. Nothing, I say. Finish him. Woo. Not bad for the first actual mission. Didn't lose any parts. So we get all the funds. Excellent, excellent.
to see you're both safe.
The feeling's mutual.
There were fewer of them than I expected.
It seems like they had already started to retreat.
But if that was the case, they should have been taking all of the equipment here with them. Judging by the way they do things, they should have gotten rid of any proof that they were ever here.
Good point.
Still, it looks like they left in a hurry.
Do you think they knew we were coming?
I would certainly hope not.
In any case, let's search the place. We should also retrieve the remains of the enemy Avanzers for further analysis.
It's a waste of time if you ask me. This place is as burned up as that German base.
All right, well, we'll do a nice save. And I think we'll call it there for now. I hope to do more of these in the future. Hopefully you've enjoyed. I know there's a lot of tutorial stuff here, but we should be doing more actual mission and less tutorial going forward as the game starts kicking into gear. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time.